Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and this is my review for Bleach Chapter 554. Now, this one starts off with Baz B. As I predicted, he is still there, and he's probably going to go bust Kang-Do out of the ice. He'll either do that first, or he'll just kill Hitsugaya first. Hitsugaya is too popular to die, so that's not going to happen. So someone's going to show up to help him out because as things are right now, he can't defend himself at all. Like we saw in the chapter, he collapsed and he's unconscious. So he's done for now. Someone's going to have to show up to help him with Baz B. Uh, Things are not really looking too good for him right now. Um, I'm trying to think of who it would be who would go and help him out. I'm trying to think of people close to him that like it would make sense for them specifically to help him out. But the only person I can think of is Momo, and it's not like I don't even know if she's still alive. Like I don't know what happened to her. Like the last time I remember seeing her was in the fight with Aizen, where Toshiro stabbed her. So I honestly don't even know what's going on with her right now. Um, if she showed up, it would be an interesting twist, but no one would really care because Momo hasn't done anything in the entire series. So yeah, if it's it's probably not going to be someone close to Hitsugaya that shows up to help him. Probably just going to be some random person. Um, oh, maybe Hiyori actually. Hiyori's not really close with him, but kind of close with him. Like not, they don't get along, but they're friends in the sense that they don't get along. Like you see that all the time in manga, where like two people don't get along at all, and then people say, "Wow, you two are close friends," and then they'll both disagree. No, we're not. But that would actually be kind of interesting if Hiyori shows up to help out Hitsugaya or Lisa, but probably Hiyori. But I'm talking too long about Hitsugaya. Um, After that, we go to Yuha Bak. And the two parts in this chapter with Yuha Bak I actually have a problem with. Um, he mentions that he knew that the Soul Reapers would get their Bankai back, but didn't he also know that the Soul Reapers would find a way to get stronger without their Bankai? Like, didn't Hashfald say that a couple chapters ago? That he knew that the Soul Reapers would find a way to get stronger without their Bankai. So he took their Bankai, knowing that they would get stronger, and also knowing that they would eventually get their Bankai back. So in other words, Yuha Bak gave them a power-up willingly. His goal was to give them a power-up. That doesn't make sense. I don't know what Kubo was trying to do with this whole stealing of Bankai plotline, but I don't really see what the point of it was. It's like some nisekoi rom-com crap where like Komi Naoshi, the author of Nisekoi, he'll it's a typical harem series where like he'll make you think that some development is going to happen, then he'll just take it all away and say, "Nah, I'm just messing with you guys." So it's something like that where Kubo's trying to make us think that something will happen, when in reality, nothing happened. Nothing's going to happen. That's what this Bankai plotline feels like. So, I really don't see what the point of it was. Like, not, towards the end of the chapter, Bombietta Basterbean, she says that now that they don't have the Bankai anymore, they can activate their Quincy Volstandig. But before, when they had them, they couldn't. So it's like, and she tells him you're going to regret taking your Bankai back. So it's like she's trying to pretend that they're getting a power-up, when in reality they're not. Everything is exactly the same as it was before. Nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is the fact that Kenpachi fought Unohana, and the fact that Byakuya, Renji, and Rukia went to the Spirit Palace. That's it. Those are the only things that have changed. Everything else is exactly the same. You could say, oh, Soy Phone mastered Shunko, or Toshiro found out a new way to use his ice with Rankiku and Hinako, but that's not something that needed to happen here of all times. That could have happened during the time skip that we had before Fullbring, because it's not like we saw them like go all out or anything in the Fullbring arc, So I mean, Soy Phone wasn't even in the. We didn't even see her. So Rangiku wasn't there. So I mean, those two minor things could have easily happened during the time skip. Same thing with Komamura, actually. The stuff with Aizen could have made him think, oh, I need to get stronger. And then he goes back to the Elder. So none of this whole Bankai stealing a Bankai plotline is completely pointless. I really don't see. Like, it feels like the only reason he put it in there was to extend the arc. So yeah, that's my main problem with this chapter. Other than that, it was pretty enjoyable. Bombietta Bastard Bean is one of my one of the Sternritter I like the most. I won't go as far as saying she's my favorite, just because we still haven't seen a lot of the Sternritter, which isn't really a good thing in an arc that right now involves fights with the Sternritter. And it's not like it's a first fight either, it's a second fight. So the fact that we know so little about them isn't exactly a good thing. But Bombietta is one of the ones we know a little bit more about. She's one of the ones we've seen the most. But right now, the rest of the chapter kind of focuses on her. As she's walking through the Serite, she thinks that Giselle, Candice, Lil Toto, and I believe the last one, her name is Meninas. She thinks that those four are following her when they really disappeared somewhere. So she gets angry, she gets embarrassed. I don't really know why, but apparently she thinks that people will think she's psycho now. And she gets she starts turning Super Saiyan and all this stuff. Like, I don't really get what the big deal is. I mean, I'm technically talking to myself right now. I'm not like flipping out about it, but apparently she gets really mad about that. So she decides that she's going to destroy the Serite so that she can find them and then make them pay. Komamura shows up. He has the mask thing on. Also, Shinji shows up as well. He ends up activating Sakanade, his Zanpakuto. He tells Bombietta about his abilities and how they've improved since the last time Bombietta's never seen it before, so for us, he's telling us how it's changed since last time when he used it against Aizen. Apparently now he can jumble his words as well, so some added craziness. But he activates it and inverts all of Bombietta's perceptions. Forward is backwards, up is down, left is right. He just jumbles everything up. Then we go to Yuha Bach, and I've already kind of talked about this. He says that the Sternritter are reveling in this whole Bankai's being stolen back thing. That's when Bombietta activates Quincy Vollständig. I don't know if that's I guess that's going to allow her to beat both Shinji and Komamura until backup shows up, I guess. Not really sure what that's going to do to Shinji's Zanpakuto. I guess she's still under Sakanade's spell, I guess I'll call it. I'm not exactly a Shinji expert, or Quincy expert for that matter. But it was an interesting way to end the chapter. Well, not end the chapter, but it was towards the end. A bunch of different, it's like 7 different Quincy activate their Vollständig, and the chapter ends with Ichigo calling Kisuke. So, knowing Kubo, we're not actually going to see Ichigo again for another couple months. Usually, when he has a cliffhanger like this, he doesn't go back to it for a while. Like when Grimmjow attacked Kisuke in Waco Mundo, he didn't go back to it for months. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this chapter. I'm kind of disappointed with the way this arc is going. Like, before this second fight started, I was thinking the arc was actually pretty good. But now that, like, after doing this review and actually thinking about it, I'm kind of not in... I don't really think it's as good as I thought it was. The enemies aren't well... Yuha Bak is the only one that's well developed. Uryu is kind of an enemy now, so I guess I can add him to that list. But, I mean, can anyone even name, like, most of the Sternritter? I know I can't. I'm lucky I even remember Giselle and, Candace and, like, their names. I mean, they're what, 26 Sternritter? And Kirge's already been beaten. The guy who stole Sasakibe's Bankai, he's been beaten, I think. Unless he had to have been beaten. See, now I'm not sure, because the other guys that Yamamoto killed ended up surviving. So now I'm not even sure. This arc, this is supposed to be a war, right? But it's not very warlike at all. I mean, usually when you think of war, you think of chaos and fights everywhere, and just chaos. But this isn't chaos. It's like 2 fights so far. Toshiros and Soiphones. That's it. It's not like much of a war. The earlier part of this arc was more warlike because we focused on a bunch of different people: Toshiro, Soiphone, Komamura, Byakuya, and Renji. A bunch of different people. But right now, we're just getting to the 3rd fight, and it just doesn't feel very warlike. But yeah, that's it for this chapter review. The chapter itself was fine. It's just the whole Yuha Bak thing and the whole Bankai storyline being pointless. I mean, in reality, those were only a few pages of the chapter. But still, they have a big impact on my opinion of the arc. So I'll give this one a 6.5 out of 10. I mean, I'm starting to lose faith in this arc being good. Maybe it's just one of those weeks. Maybe it's just my mood after Naruto, but I'm just not really, feeling very confident about this arc ending. I mean, once Ichigo shows up, things will probably be epic, so, who knows what it's going to be like for the next couple months, but that's it for now. Next week we'll probably see more Bombietta, so that's good. Maybe we'll see where Giselle and Candace and the others went. But yeah, that's it for now. This chapter of Bleach gets a 6.5 out of 10. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.